Hello there, and welcome to another episode of Regular Beer Reviews, where regular doesn't refer to the beers being reviewed, but to the reviewer, myself. I am going to be reviewing a beer today that I've never had. This is the Old Barrel Trolley's IPA. Now, I've never had this beer before, but I've had a few of these Barrel Trolley beers. I've had the Nut Brown Ale, which was okay. I've had the Amber Ale, which I thought was pretty good. It's brewed with honey. Um, yeah, this beer comes from it's World Brews, I think, which is like a big conglomerate or something. They're out of Novato, California. I don't really know a whole lot about them. I did a beer a few days ago. I think it was the Kodiak Ridge Lager. That it was also from the same company. So yeah, I guess they're like some big, I don't know, contract brewing conglomerate or something. I don't really know anything about them. I haven't looked into it really, so if you have any information on it, you know more about it, then just comment below and let me know. So anyway, let's look at the numbers on this. This beer gets a 73 on Beer Advocate, which is just okay, and that's with 40 ratings. The Bros have not had this beer. Rate Beer gives it a 22 overall and a 2 for the style, so that's actually pretty poor. Obviously, the style is an American style IPA. 6.3% ABV. It has a year-round availability. I'm not really sure what the IBUs on this beer are. I probably could have looked it up, but eh. Here's a quick description from Rate Beer. It says, bold and bitter, aggressively hopped, an ideal mixture of 4 hops creates a distinguishing spicy aroma and long hoppy finish. But it didn't list what the 4 hops were. So anyway, I guess gonna go on ahead and get this cracked open and get it poured. Not really any smoke there, but looks pretty good so far. Yeah. It's actually the first beer I've had today, and I'm pretty thirsty, so let's go ahead and take a look at the appearance of this. Hazy, dark gold, slight kind of copper color to it. Um, about 1 finger, slightly off-white head. Looks kind of creamy. Bubbles are, I don't know, medium size, I'd say. Um, it's hazy, but it's actually kind of it's pretty translucent for a, I mean, I don't know if you can see that there. It's kind of translucent for an IPA. They're usually a little hazier than this, but, each one's a little different, so, carbonation looks light to moderate, so let's go ahead and get a nose on this. Not super hoppy on the nose. I'm actually picking up a little bit of the hops right at the front end. Kind of slightly piney, oily hops. Very, very mild though. Smelling more malt actually than hops. The malt's at the back end. It's sweet. It's bready. There's like kind of a really sweet, like it's like toffee malts. There's kind of a sweet, this beer smells very sweet for an IPA. Kind of like a brown sugar type thing going on there or something. Super sweet. It reminds me of like a cinnamon roll or something, how it smells, the way the malt on this beer is. But anyway, let's go ahead and jump into this and see how it tastes. Oh wow, that's really really mild for an IPA. I let me see. I don't actually see a date anywhere on the bottle or anything here, but yeah, I don't know. That's super super mild for an IPA. I mean, the hop, as far as bitterness goes, it's like not there. I'd say this is like 40 IBUs maybe. This is not a bitter beer at all. Um, the hop flavor is okay. A little bit of pininess, kind of front and mid of the palate, front and middle of the palate. A little bit of pininess, kind of oily, kind of dry. But then the rest of this beer is just this sweet kind of maltiness. Very, very light mouthfeel too. A little more. It doesn't look very carbonated at all now. I'm not seeing any. You can see I'm not seeing any bubbles streaming up hardly. But I mean, very carbonated on the mouth. Very light mouthfeel. I mean, but not overly carbonated or anything. It's a nice mouthfeel. Just a little thinner than I would expect for an IPA. The hoppiness isn't really there. It's not really doing it for me. The malts, though, kind of a sweet, bready. Um, Again, in the nose, it's sweet. It's like a toffee malt, kind of toffee caramel. Um, Slightest bit roasty. Like I said, it almost reminds me of like a cinnamon roll or something. The sweetness of the smell, but the flavor is just kind of a sweet bready malt. I can taste the caramel, the toffee notes. The hop is, I mean, like I said, just a slight piney, maybe slight citrusy thing going on there, but very, very light, very mellow. This is beer. Again, I don't know what the freshness date. I don't see a date anywhere on this bottle, so I don't know if it's, you know, a few months past when it was supposed to be drunk by. So it's you know, the hop flavors subsided from what it's supposed to be, but very, very mellow hop flavor. Um, you know, for an IPA, the hops aren't nearly as forward as, you know, I'd want them to be. I mean, it's definitely sessionable. I mean, easily I could drink a 6-pack of this. I mean, it's definitely sessionable. 6.3%, so you might want to be a little careful with that. But I mean, as far as drinkability goes, it's super drinkable. As far as enjoyability goes, oh wait, I think I might see a date here actually. Uh, nah, never mind. It's just numbers. But as far as enjoyability goes, though, it's. I mean, there's for an IPA, it's not doing it for me. Yeah, it's this beer isn't that great. I'm gonna give this a 6 out of 10. I'm not gonna pick this up again. I suggest if you see it, don't even pick it up. I mean, this beer is not that great. For an IPA, there's almost no bitterness. I don't know what the IBUs on this are. Like I said, I'd guess around 40 from the taste. Almost no bitterness at all. Just a little bit of that kind of piney, oily hop. Does have a dry mouthfeel, but at the same time, it's very light, very carbonated on the mouthfeel. It doesn't have like the average mouthfeel, what I would expect for an IPA. Yeah, this beer, like I said, it gets again a D for me. It's a 6 out of 10. It's not that incredible. So, um, anyway, thanks for watching, and keep watching again in the future for more reviews. Post.